Region tournament last year. And as we switch over to Warren East TV, this is a Lady Raider team that has a win over Bowling Green under their belt. They've played much more in the region. 12 games played this year, 7 of them in the 4th region. Mentioned 2 of their 3 losses up to this point to Barron County, the only other one to an out-of-state team in a Christmas tournament. They're very balanced. 4 players averaging between 9.5 and 12.5 points per game. Not a super explosive team, 51 points per game. Inefficient, 35% from the floor, 29% from 3. But they can get hot from outside. Kennedy Lawson, their best player. They got the Lawson twins. If you've been around Franklin Simpson basketball, you've heard those names before. Kennedy has emerged as the main scorer for this team, 12.5 points per game. She's made 25 three-pointers to lead them at a 31% clip from outside. She's made 3 or more 4 times this season. In their 2 losses prior to Barron County last night, we don't have the stats from that one. They've gone just a combined 4 for 25 from outside. So suffice it to say, huge size disadvantage in this game for Warren East. Franklin Simpson, obviously your favorite. The Lady Raiders, if they're going to be in this game, they're going to have to make some shots from outside.
They have to, and averaging 5.6 3-point makes a game. I mean, you could probably say they're a little bit more up and down from there. And so specifically today, with Larisha down low, with Chloe, great at blocking shots, at altering shots for the rim, you're going to have these guards. You're going to have these playmakers for Warren East really to be able to stretch out the floor, even when it comes to shooting from the mid-range, just being able to shoot well and a better field goal percentage than what they've been this season.
Lydia Jones, Sam Carver, and the other twin, Madison Lawson, the other 3 in that group of 4 that will get you most of the points for this Warren East team. Jones averaging 10.3 a game, has scored in double figures 5 times. Carver's been in double figures 7 times, averaging 10 on the dot. She's their best percentage shooter from outside at 36% on the year. And then Madison Lawson averaging 9.5 per game. She's their best player at getting inside and getting to the line. Fascinating to see how much they do that tonight. In their first loss to Barron County, they could not get anything going offensively, TV. They shot 9 for 34 from the field, but went 17 for 29 at the free throw line to keep that game close. I don't know if that's going to be a stat that they win in this game tonight. It's going to have to be the threes or the free throws. And the other thing that stands out on their side of things, I mentioned the size. Very small team. They're not going to win the rebounds tonight. They have been out-rebounded by big numbers. In the first Barron County loss, again, it's the only one we have stats for, out-rebounded 33-12 in that game by Barron County. They're going to have cannot get swept in the turnover battle against the Franklin Simpson pressure because these Lady Raiders are going to try to apply pressure of their own.
Yeah, like you said on the rebounds, right? We see in that one game, Larisha didn't shoot efficiently, but a lot of that's because she was getting her own rebound on the offensive glass. Same thing with Chloe Smith. And so it's hearing that, right? 30-12 rebounding battle. If you're the Lady Raiders, you have to get rebounds and not allow Franklin to have 3 or 4 cracks at the net instead of just 1. And then, like you said, the turnover battle. Franklin Simpson is amazing running in transition. Vanessa Ray, amazing, getting plentiful steals, running on the court. Nobody's able to stop her. And so if you're Lady Raiders, you're going to have to limit those turnovers and really crash the boards and just get physical with this Franklin team that is very physical more than the rest.
Nessa's been in double figures 2 straight as the Lady Cats make their way to the bench. We mentioned 3 things: free throw shooting, rebounding, and the 3-point shot for Warren East. You look at those 3 in the game last year, a blowout win for Franklin Simpson. East just 3 for 15 from outside, just 2 for 8 at the free throw line, competed on the boards, lost at 38-33, and they lost any size they had from that team a year ago. They have nobody on their roster listed at taller than 5'7", going up against that united front of Chloe Smith and Larisha Cawthorn down low. National anthem is on the way, so we'll step away when we come back. Starting lineups and tip-off in this 2A Section 2 championship game between Franklin Simpson and Warren East at Allen County, Scottsville, right here on 92.3 WFKN.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
What makes us special is that we look for the story when it comes to our customers.
Just listening to them, talking to them, figuring out a little bit about their background. A larger bank is not going to ask you those questions to figure out the end goal for you.
We stuck with Franklin Bank and Trust for over 10 years, easily because of the service.
I like to think of us more than just checking accounts and loans and things, but dreams and goals and aspirations is what we're trying to help people reach.
Franklin Bank and Trust, hometown banking at its best.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
All right, Kendra, I know you don't know this, but the anthem. So let's meet them as well. First for the Warren East Lady Raiders, 9-3 overall on the season, coming in from District 15, where they're 1-2 on the year. A win over Glasgow, a couple losses to Barron County. We've met most of this starting five. They run 4 guards, all of which again average between 9.5 and 12.5 points per game. All of them seniors as well. Lydia Jones, Sam Carver, and then the Lawson twins, Kennedy and Madison. Then down low, the only forward you're going to see in this starting lineup, number 20, Kiani Collins, a 5'7" senior, averaging 3.5 points, 4 rebounds per game on the season. She's going to have to find a way to battle with Cawthorn down low for Franklin Simpson. The Lady Raiders led by 6th-year head coach Jenny Neville, 75-75 overall for her career, but went 26-5 last season and off to another great start this year as well. On the other side for Franklin Simpson, the Lady Cats under 5th-year head coach Ashley Taylor, 95-25 overall, 10-1 start to this year. It's the same starting five we've come to know. The 3 guards, Lanaya Brown, Jasmine Savage, and Vanessa Ray, and the best forward duo this region has to offer, Chloe Smith and Larisha Cawthorn. 5'8" and 5'11" down low in this one for Franklin Simpson. Nobody taller than the 5'7" forward down low for Warren East in Collins. You know the Lady Cats are going to have the advantage there, TB. We talked about this at length during our pregame show. Warren East, they're not going to win the rebound battle in this game. Franklin Simpson, they're going to win the battle in the interior. What will decide this game is the 3-point shooting battle, and that size discrepancy. I know those watching on Channel 9 can see this. Those listening on the radio, I can only try to paint the picture. Larisha's probably got 7 inches on Lydia Jones, who goes up for the tip, but East positions well, and Cawthorn tips it right to the Lady Raiders, who are waiting for her to win it, and Warren East gets the first possession. Jones down low, pump fake, gets Cawthorn in the air, and scores underneath.
And I mean, that was perfect. You're going to have to know these Franklin players are trying to block shots with that height, and so she did a great job of the uptake and getting an easy layup.
Jones, a great athlete, averaging 7 rebounds per game as Cawthorn answers on the left block. There's that high-low passing as Risha was wide open with the pass from the opposite elbow, and we're tied up at 2.
A great find by Chloe Smith.
Up top, Madison Lawson has it, now swings it over on the right side to Collins. They go down low, Jones again, this time guarded by Ray. Double teamed, gets rid of it, now it goes into the right corner, and a foul going to be called underneath.
No, I think 3 seconds.
Or 3 seconds on Jones, who just camped down there. They're trying to go to Lydia Jones early on. Again, much smaller than the Franklin forwards, but they're trying to operate through her. We saw in that first possession, she's smart, can use those pump fakes to get defenders flying, but that time just camped down low for too long. Cawthorn down low, covered by 3 defenders. Beautiful find to Ray on the opposite block. And Franklin Simpson thriving with those high-low passes, and they lead at 4-2 a minute in.
And what do we talk about? Those passing from the bigs down low. Another great find by these bigs.
Madison Lawson gets inside, gives it up on the wing to Sam Carver. Her shot blocked by Cawthorn, but a foul comes in. They're actually going to get it, I believe, on Vanessa reaching around as well. It's her first on either side. And here, one of those keys we talked about, Warren East gets 2 free throws early on in Sam Carver. 63% shooter on the season, and the first one doesn't get the bounce at the front of the rim, hit the back, and then rolled back off the front.
Yeah, I think if you're the Lady Raiders, right, you're going to have to move the ball around and really create the space with the passing of the ball instead of just the driving on these amazing defenders.
Second miss is short. Smith controls the rebound down low, and Franklin Simpson comes the other way. Ray, right side, gets to the elbow, stops there, kicks it out. Savage to Smith, left elbow, kick out to Ray. Lost the ball as she was trying to run inside with it, but never caught the pass, and then a jump ball called. She was fighting on the floor with it with Kennedy Lawson, and it will stay with Franklin Simpson with the possession arrow.
And if you're listening in, the game plan right now for Franklin Simpson is get the ball to Arisha down low in the post where nobody is even close to her height.
And they're putting 3 or 4 defenders on her. This time she gets it off the dribble, just lost it on the drive, and it's collected by Kennedy Lawson. Warren East checking their boxes. They're a turnover forced, but they've got to find a way to score some points. Kennedy Lawson holds it up top, the senior averaging 12.5 a game. Swings it over to her sister Madison. Now right elbow, was trying to go to Jones. Bumped into a cutting Kennedy Lawson, who got it back anyways. Now slashing in and missing is Madison Lawson, but got her own miss. Tried to leave it on the baseline. Smith kicked it, thought it was going out of bounds, but it stayed in, and Lydia Jones is up with it in the corner. Warren East will reset 2 minutes into the quarter.
We talked about it. Their actions have to be perfect for Warren East to get their players open. A great look right there.
Madison Lawson on the left wing being hounded by Lanaya Brown. Tries to go left, had it knocked away, lost it off her own arm, and it's out to Franklin Simpson.
The second turnover for Warren East, and I mean, if you're Warren East, you got to keep on getting shots up. You got an offensive rebound right there, but you can't lose these possessions due to turnovers.
Ray brings it up the right side, gets stuck and traveled. Just tried to stop and throw it over to Lanaya, and then slid the back foot. Vanessa coming off back-to-back double-digit scoring games. Lanaya just 10 total points between the Meade County and Central game, but got into foul trouble against Meade County. And really nobody was scoring but Larisha in the Central game. Left side, Madison Lawson. Just a straight-up man-to-man defense right now for Franklin Simpson. Cut down low, nearly lost, but Carver collects it, now wraps it back out to the wing. Slices inside, gets around Savage, but Jasmine pokes it away from behind, and it'll stay with East underneath. Great play by Jasmine to recover.
Would we call that a block? You want to call that a block?
You know, we'll be nice and call it a block.
Warren East, though, really good passing inside and getting to the hoop.
Doing a good job of picking their spots to cut. As now wrapping around up top is Kennedy Lawson. Majayla Butler in for the first time for Franklin Simpson. Was the star on defense in that Meade County game. Nice move to get open by Sam Carver on the right side. Slipped past the first defender, was able to seal off Butler from behind and score. We're tied up at 4, 3 minutes in.
And nobody in the paint to help. I mean, that was just a great offensive possession. A spin move and wide open.
Savage, top of the key, tees off, doesn't get the bounce. Cawthorn fighting for the board, tips it to Smith, who has it. Chloe puts it on the floor, goes to the right block and scores with the baby hook.
And there goes the offensive rebounds right there for Franklin Simpson.
You're not going to find many post players in the area better at that drop step than Chloe Smith. Carver stuck on the right wing, now gives it back to Collins, and they'll reset up top with Kennedy Lawson. Guarded by Savage. Madison Lawson comes to get it off a screen on the left side. Cawthorn switches onto her. Trying to set up a back screen for Lawson to no avail. Now holds on to it. Madison doesn't, pulls it back. Guarded by Cawthorn still. Carver, left side, guarded by Smith. Takes a long mid-range jumper. Hit every part of the rim and fell off. Butler tipped the rebound, couldn't chase it down, and it's out of bounds to stay with East. Halfway through this first quarter, it's a 2-point game.
And again, it's their actions that's been getting them open outside of that last shot right there. They've done a great job of moving without the ball, cutting and timely cuts to get open looks.
They look much better than they did against Franklin Simpson last year as they were trying to get it in underneath to Collins. Savage grabbed her. That'll be her first foul. Second on Franklin Simpson. None on Warren East. They played physically, but without fouling. And Kennedy Lawson will inbound underneath again. Being hounded by Cawthorn. Gets it into Madison Lawson, right corner. Guarded by Butler. Uses a screen. Wraps around left side. Flips one up over Smith. It misses long, and Butler has the rebound. To Brown. Gets around Lawson. Cuts inside. Kick out Smith. Puts it on the floor. Stuck with it. And traveled. Lady Cats just getting sped up a little bit right now.
Just a little bit. And even on these fast break possessions, they're just not having any spacing to really do much in the paint because Warren East is clogging it.
Franklin Simpson takes the timeout to address it. It's just a 30, and to your point, even when Franklin Simpson's gotten a chance to get out and run, Warren East really not picking up man-to-man. They're just all running to the paint as fast as they can.
Yeah, that's what it looks
like. Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Of their guards, and then get another matchup with a player going towards the basket, whether it's an on-ball screen or, like you talked about, those backdoor cuts. It's Warren East ball out of the timeout. 3:45 left opening quarter. Just 6-4 Franklin Simpson. Carver guarded by Brown, now hands it off to Madison Lawson. Down low, another one. A backdoor cut on the baseline to Kennedy Lawson, but tried to fire off a pass into the corner. No one was there. Collins was going to the wing. Lawson thought she was going to stay put, and it goes out of bounds on the far side.
And it was a good idea in concept. It just, again, maybe the positioning of where the player should be caused that turnover. But, again, Warren East finding some ways to get free and get open.
Brown and Savage come out. Downey comes in for the first time. Ray back in as well. Butler left wing gives it off to Cawthorn on the elbow. She has it poked away from behind by one Lawson to another. It's Kennedy up with it to Madison up ahead, and now Cawthorn steals it away. Larisha puts it on the floor in transition. Right-hand dribble to left. Gets to the left block. Can't finish the layup. Missed it long. Smith with the rebound and the putback. She's already got 4.
And then another offensive rebound by Chloe and a putback. I mean, that's the size difference right there if you're Franklin.
Warren East feels like the game is going like they would want it to, but down by 4. Lawson gets inside, leaves it off for Collins. Beautiful pass to a cutting Lydia Jones, who has 4 of her own, was able to slip past Cawthorn, who I think fell asleep there watching Collins on the elbow.
And they again, Warren East doing a great job moving without the ball and finding those pockets of open air to, seemingly get easy looks.
They're trying to get it to Cawthorn down on the block. It goes to Downey up top, now to Larisha. Turns, pulls from 6, missed it long. Chloe Smith, another offensive rebound and foul on the putback try. She got it back again after the foul and tried another putback for good measure, but she'll have 2 free throws. I referenced this in the pregame. She was Franklin's best player against Warren East last year, coming off of, at least 2 games ago, her best game of the season against Meade County. Still had double-digit rebounds against Central, and well on her way to doing it again here today.
Yeah, that's 3 total rebounds for her, 2 on the offensive side. And, this could be a big game for her because she's found her way in perfect positioning to get these rebounds.
And with all the attention on Larisha, she's a good enough playmaker to get that ball to Chloe on the opposite side. Smith makes the first free throw. She's now 17 for 32 on the season, was right there with Larisha as Franklin's best free throw shooter last year at around 65%. Second of these 2 is good, and worth noting, she had a game for herself on this floor against Allen County last year. 19 points, tied a season high. I kept messing with her. She couldn't get up to her career high of 20, just kept hitting 19, and this was one of those games. As she makes both free throws and comes out with a 10-6 lead. Collins brings it across for Warren East, picked up by multiple defenders. That's into the ball game. Breland Wardlow, the only other size they've got is Wardlow. Surprised we were at Bit TV just looking at the numbers. She's coming off the bench, averaging 5 rebounds per game as a sophomore. She's got it up at the top, guarded by Brown. Trying to hit a cutter, but can't get it to anybody, and they have to go on the left wing to Carver. Wraps right, now bumped out to the top by Butler and runs into Ray. Lady Cat swarming on defense. Pass to Jones, nearly lost it, but gets it back. Shields off Butler on the right wing and has to give it off to Carver. Ball stuck on the perimeter. Lady Cat's doing a great job. Now Carver gets inside, but Brown is there to draw the charge. A backflip for her troubles. Hops up with a smile on her face, and that's what Lanaya Brown does.
And that was just a perfect defensive possession by Franklin. Nobody on the Raiders could get any kind of spacing, and everything was suffocated. And so when the defense collapsed in on there was nowhere for her to go, and, easy charge call.
And I think as effective as Larisha and Chloe can be together on offense, we've got this 4-guard look now with Brown, Downey, Butler, and Ray on the floor as Franklin Simpson nearly turns it over, but it's out off of Warren East on the near side to stay with the Lady Cats. To finish the point there, that 4-guard look is going to cause a lot of troubles for Warren East in their pursuit of trying to get it down low.
And if you're Franklin Simpson right now, I mean, and that's what they're going to do right now is they're just going to get Larisha the ball on the block, and they're going to try to run an action to get a mismatch.
Butler has it in the right corner, now gives it up to Brown. Driving in from the elbow, slices inside, can't finish, got it back. And now a fight underneath going to be won with a jump ball that sends it to Warren East.
And if you're Franklin Simpson right now, all of your points have come in the paint. I mean, they shot one attempt outside the paint, and that was the one by Vanessa Ray on the 3. But everything else is coming in the lane.
Lawson gets all the way to the rim, can't finish. Here comes Ray up ahead. Cawthorn chases down the Hail Mary, trying to leave it for Downey, but it's stolen away. Coming the other way, it's left side. Madison Lawson drops off underneath. Layup misses short, and it's rebounded by Ray. Brown to Cawthorn, right side, gets inside against Jones and finishes through the contact. Larisha's second bucket, make it 12-6.
And again, great fast break opportunity for Franklin. That's what they need to do, is push the pace when they got numbers.
Down low, Warren East had it on the baseline, tried to drop it off for Wardlow, but it's contested by Cawthorn, who forces the tie-up. And so Franklin Simpson gets it back on the jump ball.
And that's 10 of the 12 points done by this Franklin Simpson duo of Larisha and Chloe. I mean, they've done a great job of just getting to the paint, getting an open, or not, excuse me, not getting an open space, but getting in good positioning to find these layups with the last 40 seconds left to go on the quarter.
Lady Cats have that 40 seconds to work with. The Smith came in for Cawthorn as the lone big on the floor for FS. Ray wraps right side, gets stuck on the block, and walk with it. Savage had popped up to the top of the key, would have had an open look, but instead it's going to be a turnover that gives it back to Warren East. They have 31 seconds to work with, trailing at 12-6.
And if you're Franklin, the only thing you're doing wrong this quarter is you turn the ball over 5 times in this quarter. That's a lot of possessions they left on the board to where they could get more points.
Up top, Carver, a crossover dribble, slices inside, 20 seconds to work with. Now sends it back up top to Jordan Brookson for the first time. She loses it. Here comes Brown in transition. Nobody's going to catch her. Misses the layup long on the block. Butler gets it back right side, and she's found trying to put back.
And I know I would want that back, but, I mean, that's the hustle for Franklin Simpson. Even you have a fast break, and usually you convert those, but you have your team run with you, and you're there in position.
Butler stands at the line for 2 free throws, and that's the second foul on Sam Carver. Really important for Warren East to avoid foul trouble. They are not a super deep team, but for now, Carver's going to come out as Madison Lawson checks back in. Butler's first miss is long. Ray and Savage out as Cawthorn comes back in defensively with Smith, Downey, Brown, and Butler standing at the line for a second free throw. It's up. It misses long as well, but Cawthorn gets the rebound. But I think we get a lane violation called against Warren East that actually saves a free bucket for Franklin Simpson.
Yeah,
Collins was called for it. Risha had an easy putback, and now Butler takes another free throw, and, well, instead of 2 points, you still get 1. Ball kicked out of bounds off the inbound. 10.3 seconds left, 13-6. Franklin Simpson's lead is out to 7.
And if you're Warren East, you got to get the ball to one of your scorers and get a bucket. You need to leave this quarter with a good.
Lawson brings it up, but they're going to call a bup against Downey with 7.1 on the clock. No stress of the bonus. Both teams with 3 fouls in the quarter, but gives Warren East a chance to set something up off the sideline inbound. Jones will be the one to trigger it. Fires it in to Kennedy Lawson up top. 5 seconds to work with. Gets a screen on the right side. Fakes a 3. Instead leaves it down low for Collins, whose shot is swatted by Cawthorn. Her full court shot almost goes in. Caught the right side of the rim off the bank. Doesn't go down, and after 1, 13-6, Franklin Simpson lead. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN. not too keen here in this big Allen County Scottsville gym filled with brick and metal everywhere. Nothing for us to connect to, but we're going to roll with the phone line. If you're watching the stream online, nothing going to change as we get the second quarter underway. Warren East with possession, trailing at 13-6 to Franklin Simpson. Lady Cat defense has been the highlight as Madison Lawson drives in, gets away with a carry, and now they work it over to Kennedy Lawson right wing. They lose Madison Lawson in the left corner. Her three-pointer misses long, but an offensive rebound, opposite block. It's just Lawson, everything, and Kennedy is the one to make the putback.
And I was about to say that Franklin Simpson has done amazing on the boards, winning 8-2 with the offensive rebound. That gave her the ball.
Cawthorn left elbow, drops it off on the right block to Brown. Her shot misses, but she's hacked going up for it. So Lanaya will have 2 free throws. And quickly there, TB, we see Franklin Simpson go back to what worked early on in this game, getting the ball to Larisha, and then whether it's Chloe on that block or a guard cutting in, working it with those cross-paint passes as the first free throw bounces in and is good.
Yeah, I mean, both Larisha and Chloe are amazing at those cross-paint passes. And, I mean, it's because of the height right there that she was able to get that one off. She gets a rebound and puts it back up.
She gets the rebound off the missed free throw. She gets back the make that she had off the miss from Butler that was waved off because of the Warren East lane violation. And it's 16-8 Franklin Simpson. Kennedy Lawson has it up top, now gives it up to the big Wardlow, guarded by Risha. Wardlow, probably their best size coming off the bench, is down low. Kennedy Lawson got stuck driving into Savage, took an extra step, thought she could move around her, but instead moved right into her, and turns it back over to Franklin Simpson.
And that's her 6th turnover of the game for Warren East, and these are possessions that leave it empty. Finding good looks, too. Finding open looks, just leaving it empty.
Cawthorn, left side, just inside the three-point line. Perfect on the long two-point J.
I mean, that was pure. That was a pure.
It was.
And she's worked on that, being a 3-level scorer.
Left side, Lawson has it, gets inside but drops it off to Jones. She's got 4 to lead them so far. Ball knocked away by Ray. Here comes Cawthorn the other way, above the head. Euro step, layup misses long, fighting for the rebound. She's tied up underneath, and it'll stay with Franklin Simpson. Risha's got 8, Chloe's got 6. It's been one of those games from that forward duo. It was here on this floor against ACS earlier this season that in the third quarter, the student section for ACS decided it was a good idea to rain down some overrated chance at Larisha, who off the inbound gets a wide open 7-footer and drains it to make it 20-8. They reined in the overrated chance. At that point, they were already down about 15 points. And from that point on, the Lady Cats ran away with it and made it a running clock game. Larisha dominated that third quarter in particular, so I've got a feeling she's a little bit fond of this court just based off of that.
Probably.
Right side, Madison Lawson runs into a trap, now gives it off in the corner to Carver. Wraps around the wing, and it goes back up top. Lawson thought about a 3, instead kicks it over to Kennedy Lawson. She fakes a 3, gets inside, tries a runner. It's swatted away by Cawthorn. Here comes Ray in transition. Splits the middle of the court, flips one up, miss. There's Larisha again. She's taking over. Timeout Warren East. Larisha's got 12. The lead is 14, 22-8. Franklin Simpson will stay here. 5:46 left in this second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Lady Cats and support all the players and coaches' eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Along the way of her career, that's going to lead her to Tennessee Tech after this season, averaging 23 points, double-digit rebounds on the season, 4 straight double-doubles, well on her way to another in this ball game already with 12 points. She's got 8 of the 9 in the quarter for Franklin Simpson.
And right now she's shooting 6 for 9 from the field. And her only misses are in the paint. She hit a long 2 and 3 block shots and the steal and an assist.
Carver stuck down low for Warren East out of the timeout, tries to send it outside to Collins. She loses it on the far side, and it will stay with Warren East. Coach Neville for the Lady Raiders wanted a foul, not going to get it. Instead, it'll be a sideline inbound. They get it in quickly to Carver, and they'll set up the half-court offense.
Franklin Simpson really hounding these offensive players, not letting them breathe an inch.
Down low, they get it to Lawson, now to Jones. Kicks it back out to Madison. Lawson in the corner, drives, and she's bumped by Brown.
And that was good communication by Franklin. Warren East ran a good action right there in the corner, dumping it off, and Franklin Simpson talking, getting all their switches correctly, just a little bit more bumping than they wanted to, and caused the foul.
Another game with a lot of Majayla Butler out there on the floor for Franklin Simpson defensively, as Kennedy Lawson gets it on the right side now, gives it to Jones on the elbow, guarded by Smith. Back to Lawson, little two-man game right now as Jones sets the screen, then gets it back at the top of the key. Drives in on Butler, tries to shield her off, steps through, fires it up from 4 feet, and she's got 6 of their 10 points.
And Franklin Simpson wants to run off from the races. That was a great move, great footwork to get open.
Right side, Lanaya Brown, 12-point lead for Franklin Simpson. Checks her options, and now Ray comes to get it up top. Moves to her left. Cawthorn gets it on the elbow, guarded by Jones. One-on-one, goes to work, gets inside, missed it off the side of the backboard, got it back. She's fouled on an 8-foot jumper. Dare I say, microwaving. 10 points in the quarter already for Cawthorn. We're not even halfway through it.
And that's her 4th rebound of the game. I mean, she is really going to be pushing for this double-double if she keeps playing like this.
24-10 Franklin Simpson. That's the second foul as well on Keani Collins, the starting forward for Warren East. So if Larisha makes this one, Wardlow will come back in for the Lady Raiders as it hits every part of the rim and falls through. 15 points for Cawthorn in this ball game already. 25-10 Franklin Simpson. She's winning it by herself.
And all of her damage being done in the paint outside of that one long two.
Which, she could have just taken a step back and boosted the three-point percentage a little bit. Carver trapped by Cawthorn and Ray. Larisha goes on the floor to tie it up. And the possession arrow will keep it with Warren East. But a round of applause from the Franklin Simpson section at the effort from Larisha Cawthorn. And that's what I love about her game. When she gets going offensively, the energy just bleeds through to her defense in every other aspect, the rebounding as well. It's not like she just gets going in terms of scoring. She takes over games in every aspect.
Yeah, with block shots and defensive tenacity, this whole team really feeds off the energy when she gets going.
Kennedy Lawson bumps into Madison Lawson, now flips it to her on the left wing. Warren East has really stagnated offensively, but a lot of that has had to do with the tenacious Franklin Simpson defense. Up top, pass deflected by Cawthorn. She's loose again. The Unicorn finishes again. I'm running out of space in my scorebook for the quarter, Larisha.
She's doing amazing right now on the defensive end.
Right side, Lawson has it. It's 27-10 now. Inside, Wardlow wild shot misses, but an offensive rebound by the scrappy Kennedy Lawson. Goes up top Jones, and she's fouled by Smith, going for the steal on the pass.
See, you can tell right now with this Franklin team, they are really hunting for these steals because they know they can get after in transition on this Lady Raider team.
Larisha in this quarter alone has 13 points, 17 for the game. Her season high and career high, 35 earlier this year against Henderson County. Over 1,700 points for her career. Came into this year hunting the 2,000 and well on her way. Right side, Madison Lawson has it out of the inbounds, holds it up at the top of the key, now gives it to Kennedy Lawson. 3.5 minutes left before halftime, 27-10 Franklin Simpson. Jones had space for a moment. Butler closes it, gives it off to Lawson. Her three-pointer no good, again contested by Butler. Brown with the board. Up ahead, Cawthorn, right block, goes through the bump and scores again. I don't even know how she found an angle to get that shot to go in. Carver, top of the key three, can't answer. Rebounded by Lanaya Brown. Lost it, I believe, off her foot, being contested by Madison Lawson, who tries to save it, diving into the Franklin Simpson bench. Goes out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Cats.
And to go back, I mean, Larisha was angled away from the basket and then just elevated and just contorted her body to just score over her defender. I mean, that was just amazing. 9 for 13 for Larisha in this game, 1 from 1 from the free throw line.
It's not often you see somebody make a bumped fadeaway layup the way that she just did, nearly parallel to the sideline. 29-10 now the score. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Savage up top as Cawthorn came out. They've got Talia Spencer in for the first time. Lanaya Brown gets inside, stops 6 feet from the basket, missed it short, and it's rebounded by Wardlow to Lawson. Bullet pass to the other Lawson. It's Kennedy on the right side. Gets around Savage, can't finish the layup. Jasmine has the rebound as well. To Talia Spencer. Up ahead, Brown puts it on the floor. Wraps around, bounce pass to Chloe, and she scores on the block. She's up to 8. It looked like that pass was going to be just a little late, but Chloe a good job to handle it and score.
And again, another, as a foul.
I start laughing because that's the second time. Another time Chloe goes for a steal and bumps into somebody trying to get it, her second foul.
Even in chaos for this Franklin Simpson team, they can make something out of goal.
And that's what they want this to be. They want the game to be a total scrap, total chaos, because they're going to out physical you and outrun you, and well, frankly, out chaos you.
Frankly, yeah.
31-10, 2:20 left in the quarter. Franklin Simpson already 18 points in the second quarter after they only scored 13 in the first. Deep left side, Madison Lawson wraps around to the top of the key. Jones setting a screen, now crosses back left and gives it off to Carver. Back to Jones, fakes a 3, jabs right, goes left, kick out. Lawson picked up by Savage, gets inside, outside Carver. Clean look for 3, no good, rebounded by Cawthorn. Bullet pass up ahead. Butler collects, finishes on the right block.
And again, another easy layup caused by great rebounding and great outlet passing.
Jones gets inside, tries to slip around Spencer, misses the layup the first time, has the second try blocked, but they're going to get a foul against Larisha. Would have been, I believe, block number 4.
I mean, she's going crazy right now. That's 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a couple block shots, a couple steals. I mean, she could be flirting with the 5x5 if she stays in long enough in this game.
And Coach Savage is giving a little instruction after the foul, saying she's so much smaller than you. You don't have to hack down to block a shot like that. If you just have your arm straight up, you're going to block it. As the first free throw misses for Lydia Jones, she's got 6 of the 10 in this game for Warren East. Spencer comes out for Franklin Simpson. Lineup now, Cawthorn, Butler, Brown, Ray, and Savage with 1:43 left before halftime. Second free throw again hits every part of the rim and bounces out. They're 0 for 4 at the line. Cawthorn with the board and brings it up herself, and they get her for an offensive foul as she was going back and forth with Madison Lawson.
And she was wanting to take it coast to coast, but she pushed off a little bit too much there, and that's her second of the game.
They're going to bring Reach out with those 2 fouls and go to a small lineup here. All guards on the floor. Vanessa will function as the forward as Sanaya Downey took Larisha's spot.
It seemed like outside of the last possession for Warren East, when they had an open shot, Franklin has kind of figured out defensively what Warren East is trying to do.
Yes. Carver gets the inbound, 1.5 minutes left before halftime. She brings it up, guarded by Ray. Coach Taylor, just before that inbound, was telling everybody who to guard and what the matchups would be with this lineup on the floor. Very rare that we've seen a 5-guard lineup this year, and now they take advantage of it, forcing a pass into the backcourt, over and back violation, and that's what you can do with all these guards out there. So much pressure can be applied.
So much pressure, and like you said, I mean, they are a great job of denying the ball, and I mean, if you're Warren East, what do you do now?
Oh, and offensively, how do you function if you're Franklin Simpson? Coach Savage said, well, just spread out. Spread out and pass it around. We'll see what will happen. But the key, that's what you do offensively.
And, I mean, that's exactly what they wanted. Everything drawn up to perfection. Wide open 3 at the top of the key. I mean, that was pure.
36-10, Franklin Simpson. Ball stuck in the right corner, thrown away again. Butler up with the steal. Trapped, puts it on the floor, now gets rid of it to Vanessa Ray. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Ray gets inside, kicks it out. Savage took an extra step on the right wing, was trying to bounce out and get behind the line to fire up a 3, but couldn't quite get the footing right, falling away from the basket.
I really thought she was about to let it fly right there.
Oh, she was going to.
And the Franklin side would have went crazy if she made it.
23 points already scored in the quarter, 36-10. Franklin Simpson. Warren East brings it up with Carver under 40 seconds left in the half. Carver guarded by Butler on the left wing. Slashes right, gets to the block. Can't finish on the layup. Just so many shots that bounce around that rim and don't fall. The lid's shut for Warren East right now. Butler boards it, brings it up, gives it to a cutting Ray. Her right block layup misses, but there's Sanaya Downey with the cleanup.
And even when Franklin misses easy bunnies, they get offensive rebounds and get it right back.
38-10, 10 seconds left to defend. Carver wraps from top to left, had it poked away, got it back though, flings it over on the right wing. Lawson fires up a 3, misses long, rebound contested. It's still up, and the buzzer sounds. It's all Franklin Simpson as they sprint hands up into the locker room, led by Larisha Cawthorn. I don't think I've ever seen her run faster into a locker room after half of basketball. They lead at 38-10 and fill with delight because they know they're well on their way to sprinting up to Owensboro in a couple of weeks to compete for a 2A state championship. 28-point halftime lead. That second quarter again brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Lady Cats and support all the players and coaches' eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin, Kentucky. We'll take another break. When we come back, we take a look at all the stats from that opening half, how it's been as dominant as it has been for Franklin Simpson with time lead. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Join us for a magical day at the FSHS Princess Tea on February 15th. Meet your favorite princesses and beloved Disney characters in person. Each ticket comes with a special princess swag bag filled with enchanting surprises. And that's not all. Your ticket includes one free ticket to the FSHS production of The Little Mermaid, an unforgettable experience. Click the QR code now to purchase your tickets today and make memories that will last a lifetime. See you at the Princess Tea.
County, those teams they played was still stressful because they were missing a lot.
Yeah.
Like this is like stress.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
What makes us special is that we look for the story when it comes to our customers.
Just listening to them, talking to them, figuring out a little bit about their background. A larger bank is not going to ask you those questions to figure out the end goal for you.
We stuck with Franklin Bank and Trust for over 10 years, easily because of the service.
I like to think of us more than just checking accounts and loans and things, but dreams and goals and aspirations is what we're trying to help people reach.
Franklin Bank and Trust, hometown banking at its best.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
15 points in the second quarter alone for Larisha Cawthorn. She's up to 19 points, and TB, she's stuffing the stat sheet. It's not just been the points so far in this ball game. She's hitting the boards, blocking shots, and collecting steals as well.
Yeah, that's 6 total rebounds, 3 on the offensive, 3 on the defenses, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, maybe a little bit more turnovers, 4 turnovers for her, but I think she'll be fine with that with everything she's done effectively on the offensive and defensive end.
Chloe did finish the half with 8 points, so on her way to getting into double figures, which is something she did routinely. If you go back to last year, she was in double figures 19 times. She's only done it 3 times this year, though, one of those again coming in that set of games back at FS with a 16-point outing for her season high against Meade County. She's played a great game so far tonight. Jasmine Savage hit a 3-pointer. Always a welcome sight to see her knock one down. 3 points off the bench for Majayla Butler, who is known for what she does on defense, but was able to get out and run with the rest of the team as well. If she can get another bucket, she'll set her career high here at Franklin Simpson. Only 2 points for Vanessa Ray. Usually when you're talking about getting out and running in transition, she's the one that you're talking about doing it. But TB, she's been involved on the rebounding part of that and then bringing it up the floor.
Yeah, there's 4 rebounds for her. She's done a great job rebounding the ball. And then she's done a great job of being a good outlet pass, of getting the ball down the court and setting up her teammates easily for some layups.
2 points for Sanaya Downey, a point in that opening half for Lanaya Brown, who continues to slow down a bit offensively, but her defense continues to be excellent, was just causing fits. That entire guard group was for Warren East whenever they had possession. For the Lady Raiders, the scoring summary is pretty simple. Lydia Jones, a really good first half. She's a solid player. 6 points to lead the way for Warren East. Sam Carver with 2. Kennedy Lawson, their leading scorer on the season, averaging 12.5 points per game. She's got just 2. Madison Lawson, you throw her in with those 3. Those are the 4 players that get them the vast majority of their points. They combine to score more than 40 of the 51 total points they average as a team per game. They've got all 10. Madison scoreless, and then Carver and Kennedy Lawson both with just 2 points in this opening half. After that initial sequence, TB, they just could not find a way to attack the guards of Franklin Simpson. They switched everything perfectly, and even if they got inside, Cawthorn was just camped down there to swat it away.
Yeah, you could say Franklin Simpson maybe in the first couple minutes where it was a little sleek. A lot of those came on backdoor cuts, good slashing to the home. But this defensive Franklin Simpson squad has turned that around. The rebounding battle, 19-6 right now for the Franklin Simpson team. And turnovers-wise, I've lost count on turnovers, but it's safe to say that Franklin Simpson has done a great job of making these Lady Raiders turn the ball over.
Well, it's funny to me. We sit here talking about Larisha and how many points she scored and the rebounds and everything she's done in this game. She comes out at halftime, and you might have been able to hear it as I put my headset down to answer. I thought she was asking, how many points do you have? Because she's on her way, on pace with a halftime score to set a new career high. But, running clock starts at 35-point margin. So probably, and I say probably, she will not play the rest of this basketball game. She's asking how many fouls she had. She wanted to know more than anything about her 2 fouls. So we check that box, and we can move on. That's just the kind of player that she is. And I mentioned this earlier on, and I want to say it again because it rings so true. When she gets going on the offensive end, it filters through on the defensive end, and when she gets going on the defensive end, it filters through to everybody, and it's just infectious the way that this team has so much energy. I remember reading someone, they were watching Franklin Simpson play for the first time up at the Queen of the Commonwealth tournament, and their number one takeaway was, man, the energy of this team is just incredible. And you give them a week off between playing, and that had a little bit of an opportunity just to build up over that last week, and combine that with how antsy this team is to get back to Owensboro and finish the job at the 2A tournament. You wouldn't think this is a team that's up 28 points and cruising in a basketball game, man. They have brought the energy all game long.
Yeah, you talk about, right, in the NBA, you talk about a Steph Curry 3, that team gets going. A LeBron James dunk, that gets going. A Larisha Cawthorn and 1 down in the paint. This team.
My name is Lanaya, and I'm a senior. I've been playing since I was in, I think, the 3rd grade, and I started just doing like a little league, and then I ended up on an AU team with my coach, Ashley. I think my whole freshman year and sophomore year were probably the best. Like, there was really not a dull moment. The South game last year, like there was a lot of intensity and arguing between the parents. It just got our whole team riled up, and we ended up blowing them out. It was pretty fun. Final Four in state, at least.
Start the third quarter. Starting five of Brown Savage, Vanessa Ray, Larisha Cawthorn, and Chloe Smith. For Warren East, Jones, Carver, the Lawson twins, and Kiani Collins down low. Little 1-2-2 or maybe a box and one for Warren East defensively as Ray gets to the left elbow in 6 seconds and knocks down a 15-foot jumper.
I mean, she just found the open spot right there, and that was one of their first outside shots in a while.
Jones tries a right elbow jumper. It's swatted away, but Collins gets the offensive rebound and scores her first basket. Now Warren East setting up full court pressure, but fouling Ray as she was slicing through a double team as Jones. So does look like we're going to see a little bit of a 2-2-1 to try to put some full court pressure on Franklin Simpson. The problem for Warren East, they want to apply pressure. They just haven't made baskets to be able to set it up.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen right now if you're Warren East, is you got to either create some turnovers and get some easy baskets or something on the half court to set up your defense.
Brown right side drives, kicks it over to Ray, to Savage. Left wing triple on the way. Missed it off the front side. Smith had the rebound, lost, and it's collected down low by Carver. Up ahead, has her pass swatted like a block by Ray. Put both hands up, spiked it into the ground, picks it up and scores on the block.
And that's what she's amazing of. Her hands are great when it comes to the passing.
And her vertical is incredible. 42-12 now, a minute into the quarter. Jones, right elbow, guarded by Cawthorn, sends it over on the left wing to Carver. Now back up top to Madison Lawson. Looks into this 2-3 zone from Franklin Simpson. Fires up a three from the top of the key. Rebounded by Cawthorn. Risha checks her options. Bullets it up to Brown. Right side. Stops, pops, fouled. Missed the jumper, but 2 free throws on the way for Lanaya Brown.
And Larisha on her way to a double-double. That's her 7th rebound of the game. And again, Franklin Simpson, they're defensively, Rod, they went to a 2-3 zone. And you can see Larisha down in the middle of the paint, directing traffic, letting her teammates know, hey, I got this, you go here. And that's just a great sign of a leader right there for this Franklin Simpson squad.
First free throw misses short for Brown. And this is a game where you got the lead that you have. You can use the second half to work on, okay, we know our full court pressure is good. We know our man is good. We can do some zone. Second free throw misses. Cawthorn, though, with an offensive rebound, sends it out for Ray. Gets inside again. 8-foot jumper, missed long. Cawthorn fighting for another rebound. Goes on the floor for it. Ray with a diving effort. Saves it to Savage. We said we wanted to see the energy stay up, and it has. Ray up top, sends it left corner. Savage all alone for three. Buries it.
And another three for Savage.